Hi Dani, how are you?
Hi, baby. Very good, thank you.
Good, good. How's Dror doing?
Wow, Dror is doing extremely well.
Uh-huh.
And you may recall we were talking about half a year ago,
Yeah.
and I showed you our stats for 2020.
Yeah.
And we were here at 93 people online.
Okay.
Do you remember this number?
Yeah,
The
sure.
magic number 93. Highest ever.
I need to service them, so remember.
Yeah. So December 2020, we had highest ever 93 people online, and then it just kept going up and up.
Wow.
And in May, we hit 118. So we are now at about 120 people, receiving services at Draw Center, which is a great achievement for all of us, I think. We have a lot of people coming to us, well, from Israel, of course, all over the world, so makes me happy.
No wonder I'm so tired recently.
You're working hard. We have 10 on staff, exactly 10 guys on staff, and we're all working hard.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. That's a group effort. So a little bird told me that you wrote yet another book.
Yeah! Yeah, this just came out. I got it from the printers, 3 days ago.
Wow.
Executive Freedom, and it's the 5th book I wrote, so I'm very pleased, very proud.
Good. Well done on you, Dani. Great.
Thank you.
Good. You're a productive writer, right?
Yeah, it seems like it.
Good. So could you please remind our viewers what were the other four?
So 6 years ago, I realized that we have so much data, we have so much information, we have so much experience at Dror and working with Hubbard's philosophy that we need to make it available to people and make it easy for people all over the world to study Hubbard's philosophy and apply the philosophy. And then I wrote this book. It had different names, but we settled on Life Power. Then Life Power became the name of the whole network. Okay, so we have Life Power centers in Israel and around the world. And this is the first book that came out. When I finished this book, I realized that I have to do something to help people manage Life Power centers and also share my expertise, my knowledge. And then I started writing a book about management, admin, ethics, tech. But people then said to me, hey, Dani, didn't you forget communication? So I said, oops, okay. So we came out with a complete communication manual, a book that teaches everything about communication, the full communication formula, ARC, and of course, the 8 TR 0 to 4. In 0 to 4, there's 8 drills. The communication drills. We did that. When that was finished, I went back to the management book, but people said, Dani, what about upper indoc TRs and the subjects of control, intention, postulates, and the upper indoc TR, CR6 to 9. I said, okay. And we did this book, The Story of CNI. And when that was done, I went back to the management book, but not for long, because people said, and what about study tech? We've been using the basic study manual, but it is very lacking in information. It doesn't have enough theory, enough data from Hubbard's study technology. So we did the Study Essentials book that came out about a year ago. The first version, this is already version 2, came out in 2021. And finally, we had a lot of more projects going, like a website in a few languages. People felt that the Life Power book is too long, and they wanted something simpler, shorter. So we did a briefer booklet, which is Your Mind's Efficiency, which is like a picture book, a lot of illustrations, just the basics of the mind and what is auditing. And the most recent thing we did, only in Hebrew so far for our public, is a full brochure, a catalog of all our services. And this we printed in over 1,000 copies together with our partners in Tel Aviv, Clearing Center in Tel Aviv, managed by Don Shaul. So this is a big success. Finally, when we got all this done, I could go back to the management book, which I started, I think, about 4 years ago, after finishing the Life Power book. And so anyhow, this finally came out.
Okay, wonderful, great. So how did you come up with the idea to write a book on management?
Well, I realized that if we're going to be successful in Life Power, and if we want to open many Life Power centers, so people can study Hubbard's technology, they can apply it, they can open centers, they can succeed, I have to share my knowledge, my experience, which is mainly based on Hubbard's admin technology. And so I got to start writing a book, because we need ethics technology, administration, what is an organization, how you build an organization, what is leadership, and what are the skills that a manager must have so that he can build an organization and keep it going.
Wow, nice, very nice. That would be interesting to read.
All right, you're welcome.